Hello, Alain. We are very glad to have you in this short interview. Alain Liebaert, you run the family business. How many generations?
The fifth generation is helping me to run the business. I'm the fourth generation, and now it's five generations.
Five generation family business in textile. You're probably one of the last textile businesses producing the garment, right, in Belgium.
Well, absolutely. Yeah, we're in the clothing business, the clothing textiles business, which has been suffering tremendously for the last 20 years. And I would say that the market in Europe has shrunk by about 80%, and about 80% of my competition and my colleagues have disappeared.
Okay, so you're a survival. Then this is the pieces you would like to pull out of your brain in this short interview. First of all, you're writing a book on managing decline. So the thing is, give a short explanation on the title of the book and what is it going to be about?
Well, I was always amazed by all the books that were about growth and forever, never-ending growth. And my business has been confronted with decline for the last 20 years, which is a total different ballgame, total different set of rules. And unfortunately, in the current days, a lot more people are going to be confronted with decline than with growth, I think, with a few exceptions on the big tech and the biotech industry. But for the rest, the traditional industry is going to have to learn to master decline. And that's what we've been doing with a lot of success. Very little companies were able to lose 80% of their turnover and do profit every year and increase their profits whilst their turnover was going down. So this is
whilst reinventing yourselves, whilst at the same time attracting new resources and innovate. Huh?
Yeah, we've
several times.
You have to see it as driving a car. You have to look forward and constantly look in your back mirror, also in your rear view mirror. So it's quite an exhausting way of running a company because it's one step forwards and two step backwards. But you need the step forwards in order to survive. They're as important as the step backwards. So it's not that we're an old-fashioned. We're one of the most creative companies in the world still now, but we are much smaller than we were 20 years ago, and which is absolutely not a problem in itself. I mean, except for the ego of the owner or the CEO. If you put your ego aside, it can be very rewarding to be in a declining business. There's no shame to be in a declining business.
Okay, now Alain, tell us a little more about why is it important to value and respecting where we come from? What do we come with our own story, our company, in this case, a family business, historical experiences? Why is that important? Where a lot of people refuse the past. This is bad, this is a bad business model, and want to make a revolution.
Well, I think that you can only build the future if you understand the past. I think that is very important. You have to nurture your past. You need your past to build a future. You have to, I always make the metaphor of a car in an automatic car in D in drive. Yeah, once in a while you have to put it in N, which is neutral. To watch, to be able to watch around you, watch the present, watch the past, and because otherwise your engine is going to overheat anyway. Yeah, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think we can learn a lot from the past. Not only, there's a tendency to throw away, like you say, Michel, to throw away everything that was done in the past. A lot of good things were done in the past also. Yeah. If you manage decline, it's even more important, because you look in your rear view constantly. So you can correct certain things from the past also. You have to correct certain things from the past. But first and foremost, you need to have respect for the past and you need to understand your past. Yeah, what are the assets that you have from the past that you can use in the future?
As a person, as a company, as an industry, and as a society. Thank you very much. Now, the next question is, why did you, as an industrialist, choose to team up with these crazy guys from Club of Brussels who develop new systemic thinking and develop regenerative systemic business models?
Because I think we are coming to the end of an era that has been based on forever growth, forever profit, and that those values need to change. They have to change. We have seen that with the pandemic now, a world where the common good, the value of working together is bigger than the individuals. And the sum of the individuals can never equal the sum of individuals working together. I mean, that is, and from a systemic point of view, like the youth, my children are already thinking like that, and you can really feel the world is changing. But the link I want to set between the dreamers that dream of a new world that is going to happen in 6 months' times, I don't believe in that. I believe we will have to protect the past for a while, maximize what we have still with old values or with partly old values, not throw all the old values away, and for a while mix the two together. So again, you're in your car, you have to look at your rear view and at the same time, so there is not one answer, the future is systemic. The future is systemic in time. Yeah. So we will have to build, we will have to wait, and it'll cost a lot of money before we can build that systemic ideal world. I don't know how long it will take. It will go probably faster now than I thought a year ago. It might take 4 or 5 years instead of 25 years a generation. But for 4 or 5 years, in view of the economical catastrophe we are going to feel and to live with for the coming years, and we haven't felt it yet because we are artificially helped by the governments, but we're going to start to feel it from September onwards in 2022 certainly. Yeah, so we will still need the old economy to pay for the new one. I think that is very. I think even the philosophers, even the dreamers, have to put that in their mind.
Alain, as an executive, you will join the team, and as an executive expert and consultant, how can you, Alain, help industrialists and leaders in this transition? What will be your role in the next few years, apart from helping your next generation run the family business?
Well, I would like to train them and share my experience about the way I constructed my team, the way I understood my production or my product, because that is something that is extremely important for the future, to be very versatile and flexible. I don't believe in specialists. I believe in very good generalists. Yeah. So I want to teach that way of management to the people struggling, and also to other ones that are growing. Why not? But to the people that are struggling, to teach them that there is a way out. Yeah. And that there is a way, like society will change over time, whereby they can protect their business for 3 or 4 years in decline whilst they are preparing for growth. Because growth at the end, or novelty or challenges, or at the end what we need. Yeah, that's for sure. I will not teach decline forever until nothing's left. That's not the purpose of the whole idea.
And Alain, last but not least, maybe for the road, as you are a pilot, when you're in flight and you have different instruments screaming, which we have actually as leaders, several KPIs are screaming orange and red. How can you help, with your experience of a pilot, a leader, to manage that complexity?
Well, one of the first things that happens when that happens in your cockpit and all whistles and bells start to lighten up like a Christmas tree is the startling effect. You startle, you start tunnel vision, and you cannot react. So you need to focus on the priorities. And that is something with my experience that I can certainly help the people, is that they are confronted with so many challenges, so many problems at the same time that you have to segment your problems. And that's what we do as a pilot. We segment the time we have, we segment the tasks we have between the two pilots, if there's two pilots, between the pilot and the co-pilot. So you go from the most important one, the red lights, to the yellow lights, then to the green lights. So you train yourself. You train yourself to relax. That's what my instructors always said. If you have an engine on fire, you still have another one. Just put up a cigarette. In these times, they still could smoke cigarettes in their planes. Take the time to put up a cigarette. Don't start pushing on all the buttons at the same time, because you will certainly die. Take your checklist, go over your checklist, do things, and one by one, and abort the problems one by one. I think that is the most important thing in the current circumstances. And don't run like a chicken without a head.
Okay, but thank you very much, Alain, for this very valuable interview. Let's meet on the field very soon. Good luck, and let's meet and go on the websites, check out our programs under this video. And thank you very much for your input, and see you soon. Bye.
My pleasure. Bye-bye, Mike.